bar for moving forward. The Plainfield Senior Citizen Center is holding a soft opening. That's what you're at here today. And you may stop and say, what exactly is a soft opening? How come we can't do this? This event is for Plainfield seniors that want to hear and give their suggestions on the changes that are going to be implemented at the center as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Any questions on that? Okay. Please note that we are here today because we want to hear from you. As you look over to your right, you'll see all the sign-up sheets that show what you could be interested in and participating in. Our goal is to be able to say, okay, we have a lot of people that want to use the billiards room, and we do. A lot of people that want to use the card room, and we do. We have the quilting class, we have the millinery class, we have the jewelry class. Show us what you're interested in, and our goal is to build that up. There is absolutely no way that we're going to be able to allow 150 people in the building as we used to do at the same time. Does that make sense? Okay, so in doing that, our goal is to hear from you. Do you want to come on Mondays? Do you want to come on Thursdays? When do you want to come to the Senior Citizen Center? Does that mean that we're going to do quilting at that time? Does that mean we're going to do sewing at that time? Does that mean we're going to have card playing? Does that mean we're going to have pool player, which is the billiards? This is your voice. Yesterday, the people that were here, they gave us their thoughts. They told us what they think, and we went from there. It is now your turn, okay? We did not have everybody here on the same day because we couldn't. Make sense? Okay, but we want you to know we are here for you on every level that we can be. Any questions? Okay, as we move on. Each table has sign-up sheets for the several classes, programs, and a spot for new ideas. When the Plainfield Senior Center opens, our activities will be implemented with a number of changes to its schedules and procedures. Social distancing protocols, including wearing masks, will be enforced for all indoor and outdoor activities. Group limits are based on room size and will be observed. Yesterday, the pool players were like, we need to use all 4 tables at one time. That means 8 people would be in the room. You know we can't do that. Not now. So the goal is probably to use 2 tables on the opposite side of the room, one on this side, one at the bottom. Let those play, have Mark come in, clean those up, sterilize them, but yet the other tables go. It's going to be different. Make sense? The county Meals on Wheels congregate program has not started yet. So for us to say that we're going to have you come in here and have meals and enjoy each other like we used to do, that has not started yet, okay? We are all talking and listening to the CDC, but we are following, say the word, science, okay? There are a lot of people who have passed away due to this. Even though we have the vaccines, we just want to make sure our Plainfield seniors are safe. Make sense? Okay. I'm going to stop talking. Who wants to talk first? Okay, Greg wants to talk first. Greg wants to talk first? That's new. Everybody, here's Greg.
Hi, everybody. I guess I can take this off.
How y'all doing? All right. So Ms. Peterson explained how we're dealing with coming back with classes and rooms and all that. I'm here to talk to you about Zoom. How many of you do Zoom? Okay, I want to see a lot more hands in the air by the end of the day. Okay. We have a lot of Zoom classes that we offer here. They've been in the newsletter, so if you get the newsletter, you know we have them. We've got Miss Judy. She's teaching Middle Eastern belly dance from the living room. She's also doing a sit and get fit, but I just found out, hold on, is this going out? I just found out that that's going to be on hiatus until the first week of July. But still sign up if you're interested. She wants people in. It's a fun class. That sit and get fit, it's basically chair exercises. You go through your movements, you don't have to get up, you don't have to kick your legs that high, but I'm teaching a pencil drawing. Oh, this keeps kicking in and out. I don't know what's going on. I teach a pencil drawing class. We'll give you the kit and everything, and you come in once a week and you join the class. We have fun. It's more like worksheets and do little projects. It's not in-depth college course drawing, okay? It's more fun. We've got a couple groups. We've got a women's group, and we also have a chat and chew. Those are discussion groups. Let's see, we also have, can I have one of my people in the audience come up? Can I have Miss Anna Sims Phillips come up? She's starting a new class for us. We're just getting it off the ground. It's called Conversations. It's an audio book club. So, and she's going to explain to you better than I can, all right?
Good morning. My name is Anna Sims Phillips, and I live in Plainfield, and I'm a senior citizen. And because of what happened, because of the pandemic, we all found ourselves alone in the house, no one to talk to. So I found this thing called audiobooks. And so I'm an avid reader. I read all the time. And it was like inviting people into my home and listening to someone read a book to me. And I discovered that I wasn't lonely anymore, and that my senses were challenged. And we really have to find different ways to live in this new world. This is our new normal. So I thought, what a great idea to have a book club, but not that we were reading it, the book was reading to us. And if we do this right, we'll select books, we're going to drop them into your phone or your computer. We're going to, for instance, Barack Obama read to me his book. Michelle read to me her book. What happens is they read their own book. So it's almost like having them right there. And so if we do this right, we can get a book club started. We're probably going to have to function on Zoom. So we'll select our own books. You know, we'll talk to each other, get to know each other, select the first book, and talk to each other on Zoom. We can decide how many times we want to meet, how many chapters we want to read, and whether we want to get together now that things are lightening up afterwards, to maybe have a celebration at the end of a book and select the next one. So we will move with this book club in the way the CDC moves. When they say we can get together, we'll get together. Otherwise, we'll be seeing each other on Zoom. So there's a sign-up sheet over there. I think the first thing we need to do is get together on Zoom long enough to select the book. Greg is going to direct and guide us, and then I am going to facilitate. And then, you know, soon everybody will facilitate. So I hope you join. I hope we'll get together to have somebody read a book to us. For once, we don't have to read it ourselves. So there's a sign-up sheet back there, so y'all better sign up, because I expect to see everybody in my book club, okay? Thank you.
Questions?
Oh, questions. Nobody ain't got no. This ain't school. Every question is a good question. There ain't no such thing as a bad question. And I ain't even gonna grade you at the end of this. So if you have any suggestions, I'll take those too. Actually, I'm just gonna facilitate it. Y'all gonna run it. You know, you're gonna select the book. We're gonna fight over that. And if, you know, after a while, hopefully we'll get to know and like each other, and we'll want to meet too. Yeah.
Okay, wait until afterwards.
Huh?
How much time do you have Is it on?
Just go right to it. Talk loud.
I'm gonna repeat it. If I hear it, I'll repeat it.
Okay. How much time do you have to listen to the book and all that before you actually do whatever it is that you're going to do in terms of coming together as a group?
Well, we're going to select the book, And then we also select how we gauge when we get together again and discuss it. Since you ain't reading it yourself, I don't have to count on you to say, well, you know, I couldn't see it, couldn't find my glasses, I don't, you know, you're going to be listening to it. So we'll cover some chapters. We'll probably cover quite a few before we get together.
Did you discuss the type of books you're going to actually?
Everybody's going to have a decision. I won't be the one deciding. We'll be deciding as a group. You know, so if your book don't come up this month, so, you know, it might come up on the roster for the next month. So we'll do it like that. I'm going to go with whatever is comfortable and will facilitate us moving smoothly. So we're going to be like rubber bands. We'll change the rules as we go along to accommodate each other.
You've done this before,
Yeah, I've done this before. I'm confident. She's checking on my
They
confidence.
pull up the amount like this.
I'd like to know who provides the books. I know you said that they will be put on Zoom, but who puts them on Zoom?
They won't. Actually, I think we're going to join Chirp. You'll have an app, and the book will drop into your, and Center will pay for books.
Right.
They're only $2.99 for the most part.
Okay.
You'll have an app on your phone.
Yeah, so
I don't have my phone right now.
whatever device you're, may I?
Yeah.
Take this for a second.
Hi. Whatever device you're using for your Zoom, or even if you want to use your phone, there's an app that you download, and it's going to be called Chirp. And in that is where we'll be sending you your book. So that's the device you'll be listening to your book from. So we just have to make sure that it's going to be. Are you?
Yeah, no, steady. I'm going to get my phone so I can show you.
Okay.
Show.
So I think most people, hopefully most of you have an idea of how apps work on phones, but it's a simple thing. I could probably talk to you over the phone about doing it. Once it's on your phone, we're going to be doing it in a form of like, we'll be purchasing the books for you, and then we'll be giving you in the form of like, we'll be emailing you like the gift card for that book, and then you can put that onto your app. And that's how you'll be listening to everything. And then once a week or whatever we decide right now for the for meeting, right now I have it down on Mondays. Mondays from 11 to 12:30, but it doesn't have to be every Monday. It could be twice. So whatever you end up being comfortable with as a group, getting together. So since it's a new group and it's kind of being run by you can all figure it out.
After she does her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. I mean,
but also an account of some of the political, economic, and cultural crosscurrents that helped determine the challenges my administration faced and the choices my team and I made in response.
that would be Barack reading it.
In a wide, sunlit room, her husband sat in an armchair. He had
Who's
sparse,
that?
snowy hair and wore a brown batik shirt. Someone had laid a white blanket across his.
I still love him more than my Twizzlers. Carl is a retired contractor who refuses to retire. And after 30 years of all work and no place selling
That's
hair and
Terry
beauty
McMillan.
products and 2
He's
stores
humble.
too many, I don't exactly qualify as a thrill a
I
minute
can
either.
pull up.
I released
Corey
B.B.
Marston,
King's leash
Gene
inside the
Hubble.
dog park, but he just stood there shivering,
So imagine,
as if he
you
were
got
waiting
this
to be
on
invited to
your bed.
participate in some activity that didn't require him
It's like she's
to
there
run
with
or
you.
jump.
This is fun.
This is how a book begins. In this case, it's Lord book, but I have church as well. I have over 200 books.
Hachette Audio presents Madam Speaker, Nancy Pelosi and the Lessons of Power, written and read by Susan Page.
It's merely a history of those exceptions who had tried to change the world and had failed. Was this true? Had they failed? How much depended on the point of view? Or it would seem that a certain category of exceptions never failed to make the world worse.
Before your
That
commitment,
category precisely.
Before, commitment to read required you to stop whatever you were doing and only commit to that activity. With audiobooks, you just put your headsets on, move around, walk. I drive with. You know how boring driving is. I listen to a book. Sometimes the passage is so good that I need to pull over to the side of the road so I can hear it again. So I think it's going to be a heck of an experience for this new normal that we have. And what we miss most is conscientious touch. We don't touch each other. We don't talk to each other. We don't have that thing. And the moment we have it again, we want it some more. So let's use this book club to keep our minds busy, to give us company in our home without somebody really being there, and to commune together over a good book without having to read it. So I hope that, yeah.
You can't call that reading. That's not reading.
Okay, well, someone is reading to us. So we're being entertained. Let's call it entertainment.
No, that's not. Let's call it reading and read a book.
Well, that's another program, and that's the last thing. You can sign up for reading a book. But if you'd like to listen to a book with me, please sign up on the Listen to a Book committee.
Actually, yes, if you're interested in signing up, that back table over there has all the Zoom classes. So if you're interested in any of those Zoom classes listed, and there's descriptions up there, just put your name down and you'll be contacted, all right?
Okay, Ms. Laura Bell. And everybody just talk in the mic when we bring it to you. Like right in. You're gonna wipe it off. You got it?
Good morning, everyone. The soft opening was arranged to welcome you all back to the center in the modified form. One of the things we ask you to do is to protect yourselves and wear your mask so that it covers your whole face, the nose part. Even though it's easier to breathe, you are not protected if your nose is not covered, because you are then inhaling the COVID germs. So please remember to protect yourself. If you have lost a family member or a friend as a result of COVID, there is a federal program which will reimburse you for some of the funeral expenses you had to pay. If you are not aware of that program, if you see me before you leave today, I will get that contact information to you. I don't know about you, but I've lost quite a few friends and relatives as a result of COVID. If there's anything that we at the center can do to assist you, let Sharon know, or let one of us know. We will contact Sharon. My telephone number is 908-501-8716. If you don't want to talk to me today, you can call me and I can get the information to you. Again, that is 908-501-8716. And I will try to get the information to you so that you can forward it to a friend or family member. No problem. 908-501-8716. I'm on the Center Advisory Board. And my name is Aura Bailey Hill. Oh, we always appreciate you, and I think you know that. And the program today, oh, okay. I thank you for appreciating me. Any questions that anyone has about the federal program? Thank you.
So we're going to finish up the bottom part of the flyer that I gave you in reference to, how many of you are homeowners? Okay. Can you show them the paperwork? Just, if you're a homeowner, I got to make sure I say it right. I'm sorry. The New Jersey property tax reimbursement information is here. The date for deadline for signing for your PTR book is June 1st. It is so important you take these applications today, fill them out. If you want to, and you know you have to go over to the tax collector's office to get it certified that you paid your taxes. But the reality is, it's the New Jersey property tax reimbursement, what they call quote unquote senior freeze. So is that guideline? She's looking at me like she doesn't know. I know you know. Hi, Willie Mae. That's exactly this. Okay, that's the PTR. Okay, yes.
If that's the blue book that has a date on it,
Yes.
November something or other,
Yes.
okay, you have to pay your property taxes by June 1st.
Yes.
If you have not paid them by June 1st, you will not get the money.
You have not paid your property taxes by June 1st per aura, you will not get the money. Yes, Willie? Well, where's the application? The application's here. And the explanation. So this is the blue book, okay? And this is the actual application, okay? And everyone in here has experienced this with us already, where you know you take it over to the tax collector's office. Don't drag your feet. This is a benefit for you, okay? Now, yeah, right now. And finally, yes, sir. What is open? Oh, the tax collector. No, you can't go in. You just call. You just call and you make an appointment in the PTR books. They're going to start advertising it really, really soon. June 1st is not here yet, so we are just trying to make sure we touch you all and give you this information so that you are able to run with it.
Thank you.
Okay, so fruits and vegetable vouchers. How many of you participate with that program? Okay, so the fruit and vegetable voucher program will be going on as all the previous years. We have the applications here today. You can fill it out, leave it with us, we'll make a copy of it and forward it to the county. This year, I believe what they're going to give you are 6 $5 vouchers. That's $30, right? For $30. It's not going to be the $20, $25 is what they did in the past years. Okay? They're giving you a little bit more. The only way you can be a part of this program is to fill out that application. Let them determine if they need anything else. The last 2 years, the blessing has been they take our word for what your salaries are. Got it? Get your money. Get your vegetables. I can't tell if you guys are smiling. Hi! Are you guys smiling? Say it again. Tell the government to smile? I have no idea what you're saying. Okay. So, are there any questions in reference to signing up at the programs that we have over here? Are there any questions with the New Jersey property reimbursement information that we're talking about? How about the fruit and vegetable vouchers? Okay, y'all sleep or y'all good? Huh? Yes, well, after this, we're gonna sign you up. Okay? Yes, sir.
Checks are issued in July.
Yes. Well, wait. Everything's a little bit different. I think they were a little bit off last year, so just start looking for them. They will be mailed to you. You don't have to come to the center. We're not open. So they will be mailed to you. Got it?
They start mailing in July.
I would hope.
I called them up and that's what I was.
Oh, you already went and did my work? Well, I know that that's the goal. But don't start calling me saying it's July 4th and I don't have it yet. Promise? All right. All right, so everybody knows Johnny in her millinery class, right? The hat class? we will still be doing our best to do our fashion shows. We will still be doing our best to have the classes. But Miss Johnny's waiting for you guys to sign up that y'all are gonna come to the classes. She wasn't here yesterday. So we're gonna do this, right? All right, so. The administration's on their way in here. I guess they wanna talk to you guys and say hi. You ready? Greg, can you get Mr. Booker? Oh, you don't want to stand up?
Not a question, I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to represent the Friends of the Center. Am I being heard? Is it clear? Okay, the Friends of the Center will still be in operation. And you know, this is the organization that supplemented many of your trips and affairs that was costly. And of course, we survived ourselves on the $10 donation you gave us annually. So this will still be in effect, and we just hope and pray that you will work along with us. I'm sure there'll be some worthwhile programs attending, and even going up to Patterson, where we generally go. And at the same time, it's your money you're giving us, and we welcome your suggestions, and we'll try to comply wherever we can. So we say, keep up the faith. We're glad you're here. We're glad that pandemic is slowly getting behind us. And I say to you, welcome to the center, and God bless.
Does anyone know Mr. Booker? Everybody knows Papa Booker, right? Papa Booker has a birthday next week. And Papa Booker has a birthday May 26th. And he will be 98 years old. Can we give him a great big, I love you. And all we do is call and say, can you help me do? And he's here. He loves the center. So, I think the mayor and the administration want to say something to you guys for getting up and coming out. But we still have, if you want water, they say it's going to be 90 degrees today. Let me know. You want water? Okay. Can we, Keith, you want to do me a favor? The ones that raise their hand, can you give them a bottle of water? Okay. And we have your lunch with you, and then, let me tell you something. I run my mouth a lot. We have 2 lunches for you to take home today. Because somebody from Scotchwood Diners came and donated. Now, the people from yesterday might get a little upset, but I ran my mouth so well that you're gonna get it today. How about that? Along with the honey baked ham luncheon. So, do not go home without it because we don't need it here. Got it? And I need to wipe the mic for the mayor. I need to wipe the mic. Can you do it? That's clean? Thank you. Mayor, are you ready to speak? Okay. So without further ado, Mayor Mapp would like to say a few words.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, good morning. This is a wonderful day, and it's even more so because we are here and I have an opportunity to have a conversation with you and to welcome you back as we prepare to reopen our center so that you can come down as you have been used to doing and be a part of the activities that you have come to expect at our senior center. So I want to say welcome, and I thank you for taking the time to come out this morning. As usual, we have members of the administration that are here to respond and to answer to any questions and concerns that you may have. And I know that you know most of them. The one person I don't know if you have met is our business administrator. I think since we last met over a year ago, we have a new business administrator. Her name is Abby Levinson. So she may be responding to some of the questions that you may have. But first thing first, it is such a wonderful thing to see Mr. Charles Booker here today at the age of 98. That's a blessing. And I know that some of you or all of you know that the school district finally made the decision to name the new school on Central Street, the Charles and Anna Booker School. But even more than that, that street, Central Street, the City Council, with the administration's recommendation, has renamed that street the Charles and Anna Booker Street. So we are going through the process working with the Postal Service because we are changing the name not in the way that you've seen in the past, where the street retains its name and then you see another sign at the top. We're not doing that. The street will be renamed the Charles and Anna Booker Street. So we need to make sure that we give honor to those who deserve it and who have worked so hard in the vineyards over the years to make this city a better place. And so, Mr. Booker, we appreciate you. And since his birthday is May 26th, I will now here state that we will make that officially the Charles and Anna Booker Day celebration here in Plainfield. Well, I know that most of you or all of you have been vaccinated. Is there anyone here who hasn't? All right. Well, I want you to spread the word. Get the word out to your friends, your neighbors, your children, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and nieces and nephews. Get the word out about the importance of taking the vaccine. It is critically important. We will, at some time, we'll be able to take the mask off and return to life as we have known it for all of the years that we've been on this earth. And so I look forward to that day, but it will happen with the supporting cooperation of everyone. I'm told that the generator is stealing some of my thunder. So I'll speak louder and I'll hold the mic. So, we're having, I believe, 2 vaccination sessions in the city this week. One on Wednesday, as we normally do, at the Plainfield High School, and I know there will be another one on Saturday. And so, we will continue to press forward with making the vaccine available to every person who needs it. And I hope that everyone will choose to have the vaccine. So, since we haven't seen you in over a year, a lot has happened. We know that the pandemic has wreaked havoc on our city with over 6,000 positive cases, and that number continues to climb, even though at a much, slower rate. But on a daily basis, we're still seeing about 10 to 15 cases. and our death toll the last time I checked was 189. I hope it stops there and that we don't have any more losses from this virus. We continue to work hard on bringing improvements to the city. Many of you have seen a number of the redevelopment projects that have already started or completed, and we have a lot more in the pipeline. We will continue to invest in our infrastructure, and we are hopeful that we will be getting a decent chunk from the federal government as President Biden continues to work on his infrastructure bill. But we know that we will be getting several millions of dollars from the ARP, American Rescue Plan, and those funds will be coming to the city very soon. We will receive it in two different amounts. There'll be different numbers floated at different times. We heard of 9 million at one point in time. The latest number that we have heard of, believe it or not, is $23 million coming to the city from the American Rescue Plan. So we will keep you informed as we know more and how those funds will be received. But every penny that we receive in this city will be used in a number of ways. One, we want to continue to keep our taxes stable, and for the last 2 years, 2020 and again in 2021, taxes, our municipal taxes, were reduced. And those are the taxes that are under the control of my administration. We don't control the taxes from the school board. We don't control the taxes from the county. Although I can also tell you that the county taxes, there was no increase last year, and I believe this year, again, there's no increase. And so we're going to continue to work on keeping taxes stable, and those dollars that we'll be receiving will be used to do precisely that. It'll be used to repair our infrastructure, as well as to create additional programs for the benefit of all. So we will spend those dollars when received wisely. We know the importance of development in our city. That's one of the ways that we're able to stabilize taxes and to transform blighted spaces. And our intention is to continue to push development throughout the city, especially in our 4th Ward, where the need is great. And so I know that some of you have seen the townhouses that are going up on 2nd and Plainfield Avenue, the project that is being done by the Housing Authority. As you know, that area was torn down, those buildings, several years ago, and what is going up there currently are independent entrances, townhouses, about, I think, 57 or so. So the density has been reduced, but the quality of housing will be significantly enhanced as a result of the new construction. And I would hazard a guess that there's a line of applicants most likely for those townhouses, but it's what the residents deserve. We opened the stations at Grant several months ago, and on day one, there are 90 units. On day one, there were over 1,000 applications. So when people say that we don't need any more housing, you know, it's not what we see from the evidence. From all that we see, people need decent quality, affordable housing, as well as mixed-use, market-rate housing, and that's our focus. We want to bring businesses into our city. The block on Park Avenue between 2nd and what we call Short North that goes into the train station, you'll be seeing a top-class banquet facility there in the old PNC Bank that will seat 400 to 500 people. There's also a restaurant waiting to be opened. It was to be open last year, but because of COVID, the pause button was pressed by the owner. But you will see, and the owner said to me that the quality of the restaurant will be equal to or better than the Stone House that is up in Warren when you go around the Watchung Circle, equal to or better than the Liberty House in Jersey City, equal to or better than the Ryland Inn that is down on 22 in White House Station. So we're talking about high class, a top end restaurant. The project that is to be built by Moon Builders in our downtown, we are expecting that to start sometime later this year. It's going through the final application and approval process, but we know that we will see demolition and construction in our downtown before the end of the year. That too will be providing a high-end restaurant and banquet facility. So we're going to continue on the road of transformation and do all that we can to improve the quality of life for our residents. We receive complaints all the time about speeding, the dirt bikes, and so on and so forth. We know that that's a problem, especially the dirt bikes. I was driving on East 9th Street yesterday, and about 10 of those bikes came just barreling down the street. You know, they're riding on the back wheels and so on and so forth. So we know that that is a problem. But the challenge for us is how do we stop those bikers when they're endangering themselves and the public on the roadways? We aren't going to give chase because it further endangers the bikers as well as the public. So the police will not be giving chase of those bikers. But the council recently adopted an ordinance that will empower us to confiscate those bikes if they're seen on public property and so on. We are limited in terms of what we can do on the state roadways, because of state laws that prohibit certain actions. But to the extent that we can, we have adopted this local ordinance that will give us some ability to confiscate these bikes if caught on certain properties. For example, it was brought to my attention that some of these bikers were in Cedarbrook Park riding on the turf field where, in partnership with the city, the county spent millions of dollars to create that decent recreational space for our young people. And dirt bikers were actually on the turf. And you know that if they do that for a certain length of time, they will begin to destroy that investment. On May 1st, I cut the ribbon at the Rushmore Recreational Complex, a beautiful state-of-the-art multi-sport artificial turf facility for the enjoyment of our young people. It's really a sight to be seen, and if any of you happen to be in that area at any time, you can take a look to see what we have done at Rushmore Recreational Complex. So we're investing in all of the city, and in the fourth ward in particular, we really want to pay special attention. So those are some of the things that are happening. Now I want to know some of the things that are on your minds and what has been happening to you since I last saw you. And we all miss you, and that's why we are bringing you back so that we could resume regular activities. But we're going to do it in a safe, socially distancing, following the CDC protocols. I know we are all familiar with the relaxation of many of the protocols. For example, you don't have to wear masks in public anymore. You still have to do so when you're indoors, and so on and so forth. But I think that all of us should err on the side of caution and continue to wear our face masks for as long as possible. I sort of suspect that we didn't have much of a flu season this year, and I think that it is very easy to guess why. It's because we are all wearing face masks, we're sanitizing all the time, and so this year the flu season was all but non-existent. And so I will pause there for now and give you the opportunity to share with me what's on your minds. Who has the microphone? And
Hi, Mr. Mayor. I have a question for you.
yes, just hold that for 1 second. You know, everything that we do in this city, it's not done by us alone. We have great partners that we work with all the time. And over here at this table is Aristocare, which some of you might say Norwood. But Aristocare is a great partner, and let's give them a hand. They take very good care of our people who need medical services at their facility, and they have been wonderful partners in terms of health care and so many other things that we do here in this city. So, I thank you.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I have a question about those vacant buildings on 3rd Street, and this vacant lot right here in front of this place. That have been vacant for a long time. It's close to the downtown of Plainfield. And do the city have any project, any plan to fix those? Because the people who own those places, they don't take care even the lawn, the weeds. The city have to come once in 2 months to clean with the weeds. They are almost 1/2 of the foot, 1 meter high. That's disgusting for the mosquitoes around the houses over here. Then that's have been vacant for a long time.
Well, we are looking to develop every space that we have in the city because we need the development. Mixed use, which means residential and commercial. I'm going to ask Valerie Jackson.
What about the cleaning of the places? They have to, because they keep, you know, in my house, normally I do my lawn every week or every 2 weeks at most. Then those places, they clean maybe every 3 months, every 5 months, sometimes once the summertime. That's
Okay.
disgusting.
So we're going to address both issues. The cleanliness and the enforcement. We will address that as well. Here's Director Jackson, our Director of Economic Development. So your question has to do with what are we going to do with that lot in terms of making sure that it's kept clean, that it's maintained, as well as the development of that lot.
I have been vacant for a long time. I've been living here since 1980.
So is that a lot at 3rd and Richmond?
Yeah. Right in front of the way, there's an empty lot right there. There was a house there, but
Third
they
and
never
Richmond,
clean
or
it.
this,
They just clean it one day before the meeting. They just cleaned that place. The grass was like this.
okay. So I will have to look at the lot that you're talking about, that's the crossover here.
Yeah, right there.
Right. Okay, so I'll look at that after the meeting. But 3rd and Richmond, there is development going on over at 3rd and Richmond. There will be 2 new buildings. One will have 100 units of residential with mixed use, commercial on the ground floor. Another building will have 68 units with retail on the ground floor. And we are also taking developers around for the rest of the parcels over there in that area. And so we do have some interest. We'll be taking them on a tour next week for those properties.
It's gonna be nice because now we got the county college. They built a nice parking lot.
Yeah, it
now
looks beautiful.
the city is looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we need something attractive to the people to come to Plainfield. If we keep this place vacant like that, nobody's gonna come in to invest in Plainfield.
Yes, so we are doing a lot of development downtown. The mayor can certainly tell you about more of it. But there is a lot of development going on downtown. You'll see a project starting around August, September. They're before the planning board right now for site plan approval, but they have all of their other approvals.
Thank you.
Next. We can't hear you.
As far as the cleaning, washing, across the street, it's very clean. I tell you what, on South Avenue, that washing, that washing machine place is very clean. This one on Roosevelt is clean. He cleans it. He cleans the filters and everything. Oh, he cleans
So you're satisfied with what he's doing in terms of the maintenance of the property?
That's right.
Okay. We will do our best to make sure that property owners maintain their properties. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. When you mentioned housing and affordable housing, the affordable housing is still too high for most of the residents to move into here in Plainfield. A lot of those places that are down on Grand Avenue and other places, there are a lot of people coming from out of town. I'm wondering about some more low-income housing that the lower income people can afford. Also, when you talk about businesses downtown and everything, I'm all for that. I'm happy to see that. But there's one thing that we have to tackle, and I'm going to stay on. We have too many homeless people walking around town, nowhere to go, nothing to do. A lot of them are mentally ill. A lot of them have substance abuse problems. A lot of them just don't have anywhere to go. We have to clean up that downtown. I'm down there every day, and it seems like it's more and more people that need help, begging for money. And a lot of older people I know are not comfortable walking down Front Street. Okay, so we have to do something about the homeless. Some of that money that you're getting in, millions of dollars, maybe some of that can be moved to help some of those people. And also, I do see the police interacting with them sometimes. And but I guess their hands are tied. They don't have nowhere to take them or whatever. I don't know. But another thing, when I'm walking downtown in the morning, when I turn that corner to go downtown, the streets are very clean, very clean. So I hope we keep that up. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's not oftentimes that we hear, those kinds of comments from the public, so we appreciate it when we hear it, because I know that our people are working very hard to keep the city clean, and we will continue. So we appreciate that. I'll now call on Director Jackson to respond to the issue about affordable housing, and Director Burgess will respond to the issue of the homeless.
We are going to continue to move forward with affordable housing. The housing that's being done by the Housing Authority, that is low-income housing. So that particular housing project is going to be very nice. Everybody's going to have their own front door. That is very low-income housing. The project on Grant had a spread of affordable housing. So they had some of the housing was very low income, and then some of the housing was 60% of AMI, average median income. So it went from very low to 60% of average median income. So we are looking at providing affordable housing. We will be providing more affordable housing along with market rate housing. So the rents are what the state has provided as guidelines for very low-income housing, and a number of people are getting Section 8 vouchers to move into those units. So if you want to move, I'm sure Elmwood has a list already, but we can give you the number to the Housing Authority if you're interested in any of that housing. If you want to take my number down, because I forward to people all the time, my number is 908 226-2519, 226-2519, and we'll direct you to where the affordable units are and the very low income. Thank you.
Yes, you can clap.
Good morning, everyone. In regards to the homeless concerns that you have in regards to downtown, we share the same concerns that you have as well. Our officers, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Our officers continue to go out there and try to, for lack of a better word, we try to encourage them and send them to the resources that we currently have. We have had programs where we go out there and we also try to bring some of the resources to them, but unfortunately COVID has put a damper on that over this past year. However, I've been working with Director Brown that we have been trying to come up with some additional resources to be able to offer to our homeless. Just like the gentleman said, there's mental illness, there's alcohol abuse, and different things like that we're dealing with. And as it's getting warmer, that is why you're seeing more people out, because now they are coming out for the warmer weather. But rest assured that we are working in that area. The officers, talk to them. We do move them along, and that's only just part of the problem. So there has to be a better solution that we are trying to come up with, and I'll let Director Brown talk about it too, because we've also have been talking about involving the community also in helping us come up with solutions for our homeless, because they still are our residents as well.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see everyone. We have, through the Division of Social Services, been working very hard to deal with our homeless population. One of the things that we have actively done is been sure to get them vaccinated, which is number one for me. Shortly, you'll know, and I'll let Director Peterson know, that we're getting together an advisory group of citizens, people who live in the community, to help us kind of figure out what we're going to do with this national crisis. Because we like to think that homeless is exclusive to Plainfield, but it is now a national crisis, and we have to find that local solution. And so we're going to bring together people very shortly, and we're going to figure out how best we can do it. We lost a great resource when the YMCA closed, and with that closing, we lost a shelter for our people, right? We had some place for them to go. We no longer have that. We do, with the help of the police, take some of our homeless individuals to homes. We take them to places where they can live. Some of them elect not to stay, which is their right. They elect not to stay, and they elect to come back. So as a small division, we are trying to solve a national problem. Whatever you hear about happening on a national level, we're doing right here in Plainfield. So rest assured, we're doing everything we can. We recognize the situation. We understand the health implications that come along with people who are homeless or walking in our streets and may not be treated for whatever illness they may have, and we're working to deal with it actively. So hopefully the next couple of weeks you'll start to see some different kind of attention being addressed, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Director Timothy Childress of the Fire Department. Someone spoke about the homeless and things that we should be trying to do for them. Well, we are in the process of purchasing a trailer, which will include bathrooms and 3 showers. So we're going to be able to provide the homeless a few times a week, be able to take showers and use the restrooms. So in the next, I say 2 months after it's ordered and gets here, we will be able to provide the homeless with the use of showers and toilets. Yes, sir. Excuse me? It's going to be mobile. It's going to be on a trailer on wheels, so we can move from place to place to accommodate people all around the city. And as the fire department director, we're also going to have some new programs coming out. There were some things we were going to be starting last year, but of course we couldn't. So we're going to be also trying to reinstall some programs we want to install for the seniors, and those will be coming out shortly.
Excuse me, can I follow up? That's fine for them to come in and take showers and whatnot, but they're still going to go back out to the street. I was wondering about some of the money where we can have our own shelter, where it would be run by the city. We have empty, you got the YMCA that's empty. I know that belongs to the YMCA, but you got the old South Second Street. You have buildings here where we can have our own structured homeless program where you could provide services give them a temporary place to stay, and why can't we do that ourselves? That's what I'm speaking about. To give them showers 3 times a week, that's fine, but they're still going back out to the street.
Well, actually, we have to start somewhere, and that's where we're going to start for now.
Yeah, and I understand exactly what you're saying. And there are 2 sides to that coin. We hear that at times, and I can tell you that some of our homeless are from Plainfield. Then we have homeless individuals that are given a bus ticket to come to Plainfield. And so I have always been of the view that every municipality has a responsibility to take care of its own. And so the burden should not, as is the case now, be pushed onto Plainfield by other Union County towns sending their homeless here. Now, another issue, many of you have complained about the Park Hotel and about the residents there hanging around on Park Avenue and Front Street or 7th Street and so on and so forth. And so we don't want to create a climate that would be conducive to precisely what our residents have been complaining about. And so we're going to provide the support and the services to the extent that we can, given the fact that they are here. But the notion of us building another facility to accommodate the homeless that are coming from pretty much everywhere into our city is not something that I think our taxpayers would subscribe to, especially given the level of complaints that we hear all the time about the Park Hotel. But we do have compassion, and that is the reason why we're investing, I believe, over $100,000 in acquiring this mobile unit that would allow for people to take showers and to just take care of, respond to human nature. And it's not only for the homeless, but sometimes emergencies do happen. People become displaced for whatever the reason. They might be having a project at home where their bathroom facilities are out of order for a week or 2 weeks, and this would be a place where they can come and take care of the necessities of life. So we will continue to address those things, but I can't stand here this morning and tell you that this administration is going to commit city dollars to constructing a facility to house the homeless. There are certain things that nonprofits are better at doing than governmental entities. And so we will work closely with any nonprofit who is also willing to partner with the city to provide the services that these unfortunate homeless individuals need. Any other comments or questions?
I want to know when the nursing home will be open. I want to know when the nursing home will be open.
That's not a question that I can answer, but we have a nursing home here, and maybe she can respond. I'm not sure how to respond.
Hi, the nursing homes are open now. We're not open to the rooms, but we're open inside. So the people that can visit, they can come in and sit in our dining room, and we will bring the patient down for them. Or if they cannot move the room, you will be allowed to go up in a room and visit your loved one. Once we have a test, we'll have the rapid test done for you, and we would like you to know that you have the vaccine also. But we are open. Okay?
Now, does that answer your question? Very good. Okay, anyone else? That burning question that was on your mind for the last year and 3 months. All right. Well, I want you to know how much we appreciate you. And I'm so glad to see so many of you. We miss you because we've been used to seeing you every month when I will come down with the members of staff and we will respond to your questions and concerns. And so we miss that,
and we are glad that we are going to be back on a regular basis so that we can have that social interaction and opportunities to have those conversations. Peter, I believe we have a question in the back.
Mr. Mayor, good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to thank you for your contribution with the food packages through the year, from last year to this year. I mean, they're helpful, they're enjoyable, and it's appreciated. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It all came from the heart. All right. Well, I know that we have individually wrapped packages here for you, as well as there's some gifts that will be raffled by way of these 50-50 tickets. So let's begin that process, Director Brown. Director Peterson, I should say. Yeah, my bad. One thing. Director Clayton Hunt will speak to you about hashtag Love Plainfield.
Good morning, everybody. I love Plainfield. Do you love Plainfield? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Do you love Plainfield? Yes, I believe it now. I want to tell you about a program that we rolled out earlier this year called Love Plainfield. We're on social media, hashtag Love Plainfield. What is Love Plainfield and why are we doing this? We feel that it is important for every Plainfield resident to have a sense of pride and to be an ambassador for Plainfield. And we want to do that. How we want to start this movement is by a series of events that we're going to be having. We're going to involve our residents. We already had an art competition where we had students at the school who submitted drawings and they're going to be getting a prize. We have t-shirts that will have the Love Plainfield insignia on it. If you walk around downtown, you'll see the garbage bins have been wrapped with the message that says, Love Plainfield, drop it here. Okay, so we're trying to remind people to show pride in your city by cleaning up. You can beautify your homes. You can help a neighbor. Anything that you do to show acts of love in Plainfield and for Plainfield will be a part of the Love Plainfield movement. Another thing that we're doing is that we are going to work with participating restaurants and supermarkets, and we're going to place these love jars in these establishments. If you go in, you buy a meal, you can drop a meal for someone. Someone in need comes and say, you know, I need a meal today. They can take it out of the love jar and they can have a meal. It can apply to groceries. You can leave a $30 credit, $20 credit, whatever. And people can go up and ask the owner of the establishment if they could have a grocery voucher or a meal from the love jar. So it's just small ways that we can spread love around Plainfield and start to demonstrate pride and show the dignity that we have as Plainfield is growing and progressing. So we're gonna make sure that we get the Love Plainfield t-shirts dropped here for all the members of the Senior Center. And I'd like to see you wearing your Love Plainfield t-shirts and repping and showing your Plainfield pride. All right? Who is with me? Yay! Thank you.
So before we do lunch, I just want to thank Director Peterson and her staff for all of their hard work. Entire staff. Entire staff. It's a team effort, and so I thank you and the team for all of your work and for continuing to provide services to our seniors. Yeah, and you know that the city has been working on a modified schedule ever since the pandemic hit. But the employees at the Senior Center had been working around the clock, taking those calls from seniors who were calling. I'm pretty much taking calls from anybody who called with an interest in getting the vaccine. And so they had been a key spoke in the wheel that kept the city turning throughout the course of the pandemic. And so, Director Peterson and your staff, we thank you.
And we thank you because if you think about it, with the ability to do the food program. Hello. The ability to do the food program, how many of you were able to benefit from us delivering those box meals to you? That was a lot of work, and it wasn't for the administration to help us make this happen, along with the who is it? Keisha, Dalton, Chug. I just need you to know, she'll be back. She had a baby. She'll be back, and as long as we have to be under the coronavirus pandemic rules, the CDC, we will be there for you. Promise. Okay?
And so with that, let's say grace before meals. Almighty and most merciful God, we thank you for your wonderful blessings. We thank you for all of the seniors that are here present today and those that are not. Their shoulders are the strong shoulders upon which we stand and upon which this city was built. And so we owe our seniors a great debt of gratitude. We thank every employee of the city who has been working so hard throughout the course of the pandemic to keep us safe. We ask your blessings upon all of our families. Carry us safely as we go about our business on a day-to-day basis, and bless us with your loving arms. Protect us, shield us from all harm and danger, and help us to help each other and keep us safe each and every day. May the hands that prepare these meals be blessed, and may the meals provide nourishment to our bodies and keep us in good health. In your name, in the name of the ancestors, in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Okay, what a gift? Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing? All right, all right. I see. You moved, I can't find you. Down the car. Oh, okay. I'll get the information for you.
Now here are the numbers.
Okay, here we go. The first three numbers, I guess they're all going to be the same. 523 278. Anybody? Did I see any here? The last three numbers are 278. I thought I saw it here.
Yep, we have a winner.
And pick out a gift. Come on up. Come on up.
Yeah, take your time.
Come on down. Congratulations. Okay, the last three numbers. 296.
We have a winner in the back.
No, he doesn't. Come on, pick it up. All right, here we go.
He has donated it back.
Okay. All right. The last three numbers. 268. Hey, we got a winner over here. You can take it to him? Oh, somebody else is going to pick it up. Okay, here we go. All right, the last three numbers. 294. All right, we got a winner.
294, we have a winner.
Okay, here we go. Moving along. The last three numbers. 302. All right.
302.
Okay. 306.
Just take your time, take your time.
Yeah. Okay, here. Last three numbers. 289. All right, we got a winner over there. Pink shirt.
All right, Miss Helga, come get you.
289. The next one is 269. Oh, we got it again. Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. And the last one I have in my hand. The last three numbers. 2, 9, 7.
There's more here left.
Right here. Congratulations. All right. Okay, I'm going to pull out another one.
Yes, but they're not a part of the gift package.
7, 6. Okay, we have a winner here.
Come on up. Here you go.
Okay, we got another one. The last three numbers. 2, 8, 7. Anybody? 2, 8, 7. Look at your tickets. There's nobody left.
287.
287. Oh, right here. See? 287. All right, here we go again. The last three numbers. 308. That's who? I heard it. Oh, he's over there. Okay. Anything else? That was him. All right, I got another one coming. 312. 312. The last three numbers.
Right here.
Okay. Right there. I don't know if she can come up. Can you come up? Can you come up?
Who's that?
Can someone come up for her?
Come on, lady girl. You gonna pick it out for her? Okay, come on. You want me to give you something? You have old CDs? You want some CDs? You can put your thing in CD? Okay, good.
All right, another number. 301. Okay, here we go, right here. 301. We have another one coming. 273.
Here.
Okay. Okay, quickly moving through here. 272. That's 272? Okay. Jerome? 272. Anyone? Here we go. 299. You have 299? All right, Ms. Jones. All right. And 281. Look at the last three numbers. 281. so it's gotta be Red Peterson.
Right here. Mr. Todd.
Oh.
That's it.
I think that's it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so how are we going to give you all this song today?
So again, I want to thank all of you for coming out. I look forward to meeting with you on a regular basis as we go forward. And I'm so glad that you're all in good health and that you're here. So welcome back. May God continue to bless you and keep you in good health. You take good care.